Oh shit, I'm going live 2 minutes early. That's happened.
That is happening.
2 minutes early? What am I doing? What? I hit the button. So here I am, 2 minutes early. We're just doing it. We're just diving in. Bridge for short, Caden Thunder, Chewy, Dude, it's Nikki, Pug Daddies, and Paula Austin. Barbara, Marie, Galen, Leo and Lucy, Will Turpin, Kristen, Jacqueline, MC, V, Christy, Dawn, Steph, Lingenfelter, Kayla, Zelda, Hazel, Michelle, Ash, Chloe, Ben. Oh, and now we got a whole big list there. What's up? What's up, Bug Daddies? Hey, I'm Paula Austin. Just found the page, like the videos. Thank you very much. Thank you. This is where we make them all. We make them all live. What's up, Claire? Zelda with the share. Thanks so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Brit for short. Hello. Gemma. Hello. With the share as well there. Thanks so much. Steph says Tyrannosaurus. If you were a dino, what dino would you be? That is the question of the day. Hail or Haley with the pterodactyl. That's right. We pronounce the P here. Pterodactyl. Caden Thunder is the same vote. Pterodactyl. Kayla with the share. Amy, Steph, Claire with the shares as well. Thanks so much. Pug Daddy, some sort of herbivore. Hey, Dude, it's Nikki. Hello there. Alejandro, good to see you. What's up? Kayla says pterodactyl as well. Cassie says ducky. Candy Thunder had the same answer. What, Candy Thunder, what dino did you change yours to? You changed to a different dino from Land Before Time. What was it? It was Ducky, but then it was Ducky, Littlefoot, or Chomper. Hey, Lindsay, there you go. Dude, Sticky, definitely not a real dino, but from Ark of Argentavis. Miri with the share, thanks so much. Jelly, good to see you. We've got Triceratops from Sierra. Anna says Velociraptor because they're your favorite. Heyo. Lady Van Landingham. Ankylosaurus, or however you spell it. Herbivore with mace. Oh, cool. What's up, Sergeant Mac? Congrats, by the way, for your issue being put to bed. I hope you're celebrating all damn day. All damn day. Jenny Rorden, who we had the pleasure of talking to with a private call today. Hell yeah. Says pterodactyl as well there. Zelda, whichever one would be considered the grumpy old lady. That would be your spirit dino, Zelda. What would the grumpy old lady dinosaur be? I don't know. That may take us a minute to figure out here. We need some chat help with that one. Lots of love for Ducky in chat. Lindsay, Erica Lynn. Cicely got the reminder text. There you go. Patricia says Sarah. Tony Spark is in the house. Oh my God, it's Tony Spark. Kathy Joe, Triceratops. But not Sarah from LBT. Blue from Jurassic Park. There you go, Crafty. Dino from the Flintstones. Velociraptor, Bayfox, Ben, and Stella with the share there. Thanks so much. Twoogie. Go Chiefs. We're getting closer to football season, y'all. Petrie from Land Before Time. Petrie was the pterodactyl, right? Yeah. As it was Dino from Flintstones as well. Mama Ranger. Get to catch the live for 20 minutes today. Hey, it's better than nothing, right? Fane, Triceratops. A live one, Honey Bear. So a bird. It's birds, right? Birds are dinosaurs. Ellen, you feeling great today? Hell yes. Sarah Ann Cordova with the share. We've got Illiterate Jacket. Thanks for the follow. Greatly appreciate that. We are getting close to 900K, folks. Like, we may hit 900K followers during the stream today. We kicked around some ideas on what we should do to celebrate that, but what do you think we should do? What would be something cool that we could do to celebrate 900? And while we're at it, these ideas should be applicable for when we hit 1 million as well. Any that just sleeps, Jimmy, there you go. Ellen, how big is the sign? Hopefully it is a good one. Where's the sign? Oh. I've got it behind my computer. If you're talking about the live on air sign, I've got it behind my computer. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, hold up. Hold up. There it is. That's the sign. Alan and Sergeant Max send us some gifts. because they're awesome. And one of them is the live on air sign, which I am using. Catherine, yes, I am recording. 900 cartons of milk on the wall. What? Caden Thunder? What are you talking about? It does look great. Yeah, look, it's great. And I got the remote right in front of me here. Yes. Jim, I am recording. Yeah, that was Caden Thunder waving. Go on YouTube on Wednesday to celebrate? Maybe your thoughts? We were watching that 70s show. Oh, there you go. That's a fun show. I need a sign that says, don't forget to record. I do. I remembered this time, though. I remembered. I don't know what dinosaur I would be. No idea. Is there a dinosaur with a beard? Kayla in the gosh heckin' fam. Heck yes, glad to have you. Tony Spark with the lightning bolts. Catherine, Brandley 85. We've got Diane, Donna DJ, Catherine, Christian Museum Girl, Michaela Lardner. As a member of the gosh heckin' fam, yeah, hell yeah. Renee, Estella, LoveX, Ann Brecker, Michelle Heather, Diane again there, Jenny Lee, Anna Hotsman, Brittany, Fane, Jelly 5, Shy, Jenny Rarden, Jelly 5 again there, Twokey, Anna Hartman, Shan, Kayla, Miri, Leo, and Lucy, Wolfie Shadow with the love there, Minions Den, Denise Burkhardt, Krista, Riggin, Grey Dragon Fox Gaming, Denise, Shan, Chef H, Jenny Rarden, Christian Museum Girl, and Jill with the love there too. We have a goal of 4K bolts to get us started to get Candy Thunder up here. Bay Fox just moved, lots of verbal support and love today, but no gifts. Hey. You do you. As a reminder, I'm glad you brought that up. The gifting thing. If you guys can gift without causing yourself harm, awesome. We'd love to receive it, obviously, but not if it's going to create harm in your world at all. Please take care of you and yours forced. Take care of you and yours first. You being here, you engaging, you sharing, you liking, you commenting is just as, if not even more good. So thank you so much for that. Slippers at the bar. Thank you so much for the lightning bolt. Janine Benham, CT Civil, Alejandra Norma Lopez, Carabites, Kayla, Angela K, Grey Dragon Frogs. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate the love. Mary, can't believe it's been 6 months you've been part of the Storm fam. Flies, doesn't it? It just flies. Drogon from Game of Thrones? That's who you'd be? As a dinosaur? He's kind of a dick, but he's also very caring. Is that who you would be or who I would be? Me, I'm Drogon. He's kind of bearded too. He's a bearded dragon. What'd you say? Rhaegar? Yeah, they might as well be dinosaurs, yes. Ellen with a reminder to not forget to tap the screen periodically and hitting the like goal early. That does help us out. We have a like goal of 600K today. Ducky, and then Drogon. Like it's quite the contrast. Hey, Laura Lee, Christian Museum Girl, LoveX, Bree, Karen, Slippers at the Bar, Carabites, Alejandra. Thank you all so much. Greatly appreciate the love. We're at 7:23 of 4K. We're going to go ahead and get the show started here. I did jump on a couple of minutes early. It's weird. Pink, you got your text? There you go. Are you shutting down the place? Thanks, Tater. Thanks, Tater. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Stream on this Wednesday, the 10th of July in the year 2024. Coming up, we have stories about an update to a Best of Redditor update story, absent parents, birthday presents gone wrong, cookie conundrums, poor financial planning, and cake reward stories, a Best of Redditor update story, and in the words of Candy Thunder, the spiciest of spicy reward stories. Hell yeah. Make sure you're subscribed on the YouTube side to stay up to date on all the latest content. You will definitely see more there than you will here. Remember, it is free to subscribe on that side. If you haven't already, we would appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. We are going to be giving away prizes today. On Wheel of Thunder, in which the top 10 gifters for the day, 2 existing members of the Storm, which is our VIP group, and 2 new members of the Storm from the show today will go on there for wheel spins during the VIP live immediately after the public live today. We have exhausted all of the Piano Man Audible download codes that we had, so now we're back to like different prizes. Could be a sticker pack, could be something different. We'll see. We're back to different stuff there. We're back to different stuff. Also, a reminder to keep chat positive and respectful. Everybody, of course, is allowed to have their own opinion, and we don't all have to agree. We're not going to, but it costs absolutely nothing to be a DFHB, a decent effing human being. So if you're going to disagree with somebody, make sure you do it respectfully and as an adult. Otherwise, if you're being a douche canoe, you're probably going to get muted or booted, so just don't do it. Also, no spoilers today. Chances are you've read a story that we're going to read. If you know where it's going, please don't spoil it for everybody else. That'll get you muted. That'll get you muted or booted too. Watch out. Watch out now. We are going to be playing the story game today where we read the title of the story and then do a poll to cast a vote on how big of an asshole we think OP is. And then afterwards, we'll see how right or wrong we were. Get out your brooms. Let's rock and roll. We just passed 1,000 out of the 4K Bolt goal to get Candy Thunder up here to get the show started. Let me give you a preview of the gift goals we have today. We're going to get Candy Thunder up. Then we're going to get Tony Spark up. And then we're going to unlock the spiciest of spicy stories with Candy Thunder feedback. And then we'll get Candy Thunder up here with a Best of Predator Update story. Then we have a cake story. Oh, and then apparently I'm going to wear the astronaut helmet. And then we have a Just Because. We got a ways to go. Let's do this. Look at all the brooms up in here. Jenny rolled and Slippers at the bar again. We've got Sienny Hands, CT Civil, Jenny again there, Shaz, me, Candy Thunder, Dylan Sprague, Laura Lee, Kara Shushu with the heart, me, Breed, Goober again there, Crystal Museum Girl, Love X. Thank you all so much. Let's rock and roll. I'm still jazz mode. Still jazz mode. All right. So before we dive into the official numbered stories of the day, we have an update for you. This is an update to the My Wife is Addicted to the Gym and It's Ruining Our Marriage story. This is the update for it, right? Just the update, not the original post as well? Okay. This update was posted July 2nd, 2024. I have a baby, a little girl. I'm a dad. She was born yesterday at 11:57 p.m., 2 weeks early. As he's done before, she was having some pains off and on, and he left for work yesterday morning. She works from home on Mondays. She told me around 8:30 a.m. she was having contractions 17 minutes apart. The same thing happened not long ago, but then by evening, all the pains stopped. I was at work late, so I told her to keep me posted. A little later, she said they were 15 minutes apart, and she had some other signs that it might be actual labor. My God, words are hard. And it might be actual labor starting. I asked her if she needed somebody there with her. She said she wanted me to come be with her. I didn't even mean to volunteer myself. She was scared. I didn't even ask why she didn't call him. I left work and went over to his house. Okay, time out, because some people may not understand or remember what we're talking about. We need a recap of the previous story.
Can you do that on your own?
I don't know. Give me the 30-second recap and I'll pass it along. Or what are you punching? Here we go. We're getting a punch in from Candy Thunder for a 30-second recap of the previous story here.
Okay. TLDR. Wife was pregnant, but also having an affair at the same time with gym trainer from her gym.
Yeah.
And he thought she was addicted to going to the gym. Yeah. So anyway, she ended up leaving her husband to live with the trainer. They did the DNA test. Turned out it was her husband's baby, not trainer dude. So now that's where they're at. She's going into labor. But she does live with the gym trainer dude.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Candy on the mic. I know. What? Okay. So that's where we're at right now. And now she's apparently going into labor, and bio dad here lives separately from them. Uncomfortable doesn't begin to describe it, but there were obviously more important things going on. He wasn't there. She didn't even contact him. She said she just wanted it to be me and her there. In her words, he hadn't seen her pee or shit herself yet, but I've witnessed all that stuff already, so she was more comfortable with me there. Oh, well, that I'm sure makes him feel loads better. Thanks for that. I really tried to be as nice and supportive as possible, set the whole thing about her affair, our marriage, everything to the side for a brief time. I don't really know what my purpose was being there, but I think she just needed somebody there so she didn't feel alone. She spent most of the time stretching and doing some sort of yoga labor routine and bouncing on this huge exercise ball. I twiddled my thumbs for the most part and looked through a bunch of his belongings. I was timing the contractions, and they were consistent and slowly did get closer together, so I thought it was probably actually going to happen. It wasn't nearly far enough along to go to the hospital yet, and it was getting close to when he'd get home. I was planning on how I'd handle that when she called me into the bathroom to ask her if I thought her water broke. It wasn't like in the movies with this huge gush of water. So he got home, and I was there. He came into the house, and the first thing he asked is, "What are you doing here?" I think he thought something else was going on. No, you just left and went to work and left her alone when she was scared. He said he was home and he'd be with her until it was time to go to the hospital. He put his hand on my shoulder and said something like, "Thanks, bud. I got it from here and we'll call you when we're on our way to the hospital." He called me bud. I told him I wasn't his fucking buddy and to fuck off. There you go, OP. Nice. Nice. Don't call me buddy, pal, please. I could tell she wanted me to leave. I'm not sure she really wanted me to leave so much as she was in labor, and the tension between the two of us wasn't what she needed, and I knew that. It was his house, so what was I supposed to do? I left and prayed they'd actually call me instead of letting me know the next day that my kid had been born. She texted me a few hours later to say that the doctor told her to go to the hospital. At that point, I still didn't know if I was going to be waiting outside or what he'd decide was best for his apparent wife and child. I was allowed to be in the room. I didn't force my way in there. She said she wanted me to be there. He was there too. By far the single most awkward experience of my life, and the only reason I was able to excuse it is because she told me she wanted me there, and I didn't want to miss the chance to be there when my kid was born and to hold my kid before he did. I can't imagine what the doctors and nurses were thinking. Fucking humiliating. Then the guy tried to police what I could see. I put the baby in there. He's fucking watching, and it's like, this is still my wife, and that's my baby. I chose to stay dignified, and I ignored him the entire time. I was there to do whatever she told me to do, and my focus wasn't on him. But in any other setting, I don't think I would have been able to hold back. The baby came flying out. I mean, as far as labor goes, these are the nurses' words, and I trust labor and delivery nurses to know what they're talking about. She tore very bad because the baby came out so fast. The baby is so tiny, barely 6 pounds and only 18 inches, but perfectly healthy. I went home for a short rest, although I couldn't really feel rest at all. I went back today, and of course, he was there. Surprisingly, he said he was going to give us some time alone with the baby. Not sure if she had previously asked him to do that when I showed up or not, didn't ask. He even brought us all food back when he returned a few hours later. I wondered if mine might be poisoned, but I tried to be nice. He's still not gone, so I'm wondering how long he'll be around. I just can't let myself do anything that will make her try to keep me away from my daughter now. I don't want them making it difficult for me. I'd prefer not to share her name publicly, but I can confirm it's the name we chose for our daughter years ago. He said he had no say, and he hasn't said anything about the name at all. It kills me to see him holding her, though. I eventually left because it was just too much sitting there pretending to be like some bizarre Three's Company. I'll know I will get my time with her when he's not around. He's already posting them on his social media. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to figure it out. I just have to find a way to be the bigger person because I won't let him or their relationship discourage me from being my daughter's dad. I totally get doing anything for your kids now, and if it means having to pretend to get along with him, I will. Relevant/additional comments from OP before we do that. This would be the most unfucking comfortable situation ever. So your wife has an affair, goes and has your baby together with her affair partner there. You have to stand there and watch him hold her. You have to see him posting fucking social media pictures with your brand new baby on his profile like it's his prize. Like, how could you not just unwind mentally? I would unravel. I would just unravel. Candy Thunder, I want you to hear me. I would unravel. I know you would never. I still need you to hear me. Relevant and additional. It is heartbreaking. It is absolutely heartbreaking. Relevant and additional comments from OP. It is not about pick me. I just have a hard time not caring about her anymore. The fact that she was carrying my child made it a lot more difficult. Otherwise, I could have and would have cut all ties with her. I don't know, still feel the need to protect her or help her. Hopefully it'll get easier now that she and the baby are two separate people. Yeah, they're really not though, man. Honestly, I'm considering doing something pretty stupid. She's getting discharged from the hospital early tomorrow morning. I don't want them to go home with him, so I'm thinking about asking her to come home to our house instead. It's ridiculous and setting us up for disaster. It wouldn't be to be with her. I don't want my newborn baby going home to another man's house. I don't think it's for the baby's sake that I want to stop it. It's for my sake. But it's not like we'd be divorced and living together forever. So we'd live together for some period of time, but eventually we'd go our separate ways, date other people, and so on. I can't trust her again. That would probably be worse for our kid in the long run. At least by being in two separate homes in the first place, this will just be the norm for her, and she won't have to go through the heartache of being one family splitting into two. I just don't know how I'm going to be able to handle seeing my child going from the hospital to his house. I'm honestly scared to be present when they're discharged because I'm not sure if I can control myself. 2, I caved and I asked her to come home with me when they were discharged from the hospital. I framed it more like, if you don't want to go home with him, you don't have to. I let her know she could come to our house if she wanted to. She said she can't. Why? Because he's done so much for her. He moved her into his house. They have a whole nursery set up. He loves her. I don't love her anymore after what she did, her words, but he loves her and accepts her even with the baby. She thinks she'll never find anyone who will love her and love our baby too, so she can't risk losing him. I tried to tell her she doesn't owe him anything. Just because he let her move in there and there's a nursery there doesn't mean she's indebted to him, especially not when it comes to something this big. She said, I want to, but I just can't. I'm sorry. Red flags were present way before this point in the story, but this is the first time I'm pressing the red flags button because she said, I want to come with you, but I just can't. Sorry. What? Expand, please. What do you mean you want to, but you can't? So now you're alluding to the fact that you're being controlled and you have my child with you? I'm getting a little more unraveled by the moment. I left. I told her I couldn't sit there and watch them get into his car and go to his house. As a consolation, I got you can come over and see her tomorrow. Great. I know she did this. This is all her doing, but why am I the one feeling like I failed? This wouldn't have happened if I hadn't immediately shut her out. I basically just pushed her to him. Original OP on the AP posting pictures of the baby online. Today, I told him he can't post pictures of her online. He said he was just posting a few pictures to say how proud and happy he was of my wife. Wasn't weird. I said he can post her all he wants, but he can't post the baby. He didn't seem to be taking it seriously, so I told him I know he wishes he'd won this one, but he didn't. She's my kid, not his. If he's genuine about being all buddy-buddy and respecting me as the actual father, he'll respect my request. He said, okay, he understood. We'll see. That's the end. What the fuck? This update better have an update. This update better have an update, because there's no way that this doesn't get messy, right? There's no way this doesn't get even messier. It's just not. I don't. I think Candy Thunder was giving me a hint about this update earlier and said that's it's almost emasculating. And I'm like, almost. That's like the strongest form of emasculating there can be. I mean, you're allowed to go in the room and watch another man there while your child is born and have to see him hold her and have to see him basically like take your place as a father. I would have a really, really, really hard time dealing with this. And I don't know how OP is able to even put words together right now, because I would just be seething. And you have to hold it together because you're a parent now and your child just entered the world and you want to be there to, like, even it's heightened. The seething would be heightened to protect her. Like, yes, OP needs a very, very, very good lawyer. Mm-hmm. Hey, Michelle with the heart, me, Nick, Boss Laid, Hunter Girl, Joe, Amanda 1528, Slippers at the bar, Jamie Nicole, Little Red Corvette Girl, Ameldine Shepherd, Orica Moon, Hunter Girl again there, Little Red Corvette Girl again there. We've got Anne, Orica, Mary Slippers, Thank you all so much. Boo Boo, Amanda 1528, Ronnie, Shinryoda. Hello, hello, hello. Good lawyer and therapist, honestly. Go school, yeah. I don't. And it's probably, I'm sure it's rough for OP having to be there and having to see this. Going home to an empty house is probably where the really tough time begins, because then it's just constant replaying and asking himself what I could have done differently. And I'm sure there's a lot of risk involved for him right now. And I hope he's got a support network, because this is not the kind of thing that you can survive on your own. Candy Thunder, your statement here, out of context, is really funny. You can search Dusty Thunder wife addicted to gym.
That is not true.
I just looked up and saw it, and I was like, what's going on? What is it? Renee, what a complicated web we weave when we first plan to deceive. I don't know. I would have a really freaking hard time just dealing with this at all. The wife's statement about I want to, I just can't bugs me more than anything here. Obviously, the whole situation is incredibly fucked up. But if it is her feeling indebted to her AP is the only reason that she is living there with him, with this baby, I think there's a big problem. Big problem. Zach, it's your first Wednesday live? Hey, glad to see you here. Bonus parent, if it's not my child, I wouldn't be in the room unless spouse asked. Yeah, dude, it's Nikki. I'm guessing he was asked. I mean, just from what we've seen about that duo so far, I'm sure he was asked. Even if he was only asked because she felt indebted to him, it seems like she would have asked. She put herself in an easy prey situation if AP is hiding his abusiveness. Yeah, she's already being controlled. Even if it is as simple as saying, I feel like I'm indebted to him and that's why she's making decisions, that's control. That control is already established. Jim Rat will be pushing to adopt the kid ASAP. If it comes to that, I think, and if mom here starts to allow the frequent, meaningful contact with dad to be limited or harmed because of that, dad will actually have a stronger case, because it's going to come down to which of the parents is more likely to allow frequent, meaningful contact with the other parent. So hopefully, I mean, I hope this all gets straightened out by the time this kid has some self-awareness and understands what's going on. It's already a rough situation to be born into. She said she wanted to go home with the husband, though, 420 with me. But she said, yeah, she said he didn't love her anymore, and AP did, and she didn't think anyone else ever would. Like, okay, that's probably a hint at some control there now, too. Needs to be on the ready for when it happens, for sure. Him having all of his ducks in a row at this point would be a very, very smart idea. Very smart. All right, we're at 3880 of 4K, ladies and gents. 3920. Can we get there before we start our next story? We shall see. Candy Thunder's already walking over. She's ready. She ready. Love X dropping 133. Bryn Matthews, CT Civil, 3960. Wayward, Ronnie, Athena Winnicky. Am I saying that right with a question mark? Hey, and we got there. Heck yes.
Read them all.
Okay, I could do that. AK Mary in the number one spot there. Hunter Girl, Laura Litzel, Amaldine Shepard, Laura Lee, N.A., Anna Hartman, Donna, Candy Thunder, T-Hef, Tesh, A. Robertson, Branla, Brianna, Minnesota, Jilly 55, Orica Moon, Wendy Taylor, Tony Spark, Amanda Flo, Angie Lee, Caitlin Hanna, Kayla C, AM Harlequin. We've got Gray, DWJOZ. 10th anniversary of Carabites, Kat Schmitty, Violet Green, Nick Boss, Lade, Dylan Sprigg, Jamie Nicole, Brian Whitener. We've got Young and Fuller with Deshanti, Jenny Lee, Denise Burkhardt, Shaz. We've got Marielle Vander 5. Diane Sheehan, Holly Jill Talk, Savory, and Justina Jones Fadesy, and Jenny Rarden. Thank you all so much for that. Let me get the next one set up real quick. This one is going to unlock the magnificent Tony Spark. Still got like the Monsters Inc. vibes going on with the music today. And I'm here for it. Doesn't it just make you happy? Bree, happy gosh heckin' wedding anniversary on the 8th. That's awesome. 19 years. It's wedding anniversary. Oh, gotcha. Hey, also, just saw something stinking cool there. Michelle Heather dropping the here we go. Awesome. Love the very fancy, intricate ones. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring her up. The one, the only, the magnificent Candy Thunder. Oh my God, that's Candy Thunder.
I have
Let me get your scene set here.
my scene.
Your scene. I got to make sure everything's away from your bubble.
You're so sweet. You're so sweet. I have my own crazy story for you guys today. One, this week has just been like problem after problem, but that's fine. I was going through our bank account today, our business one, and I had written a check to one of our vendors. It's a billboard company, and they are in Georgia. So I mailed the check, and it took a long time to clear. Like I wrote this like 5 or 6 weeks ago. It cleared today, but somebody had written their name next to the business name. And then signed the back and mobile deposited the check. So this person,
Like their individual
so
name.
I don't think they work for the company, but I guess I don't know if they got it out of the mail or how they did it, but yeah. So somebody took our check that we wrote to a business and put their name on it and deposited it. And I'm like, why? Like that account is linked to their name. Like you know you're gonna get caught. Like someone's gonna catch it. Like, I don't know how it's going to come back to you, right? That's like,
The
this
fact
is
that
like
it was
illegal.
mobile deposited too
Yeah.
is like, there are not just like physical breadcrumbs. There are digital breadcrumbs
Yeah.
now. Like,
I'm like, you wrote your name on it, dude. And your name, like you have to put a name and like your social security and all that stuff on a checking account. Like, so like it can be traced back to you.
yeah, we've already contacted the bank.
Yeah, they're in the process of getting the money back from, and I contacted the company because I was like, maybe they changed owners, but like, why would somebody write this on a? I'm like, normally you would ask for a new check if you needed a different name, but yeah, so it wasn't the company, and I realized that after I realized it was mobile deposit, but I'm like at least be a better criminal, Anthony.
Way to go, Anthony. Wait a second, Tony.
It's not Tony. Is it Tony?
I gotta make some calls.
Tony says I got to make some calls. No, but yeah,
Zach.
looking at
Heard.
you, Anthony from Georgia.
Heard.
I won't say his last name. I'll let the people.
Probably not a real last name. Man.
No, it has to be. You have to have a driver's license to.
Yeah, I'm sure
get
there
a
are
checking?
a lot of not real name checking accounts out there. If you know what I mean.
Damn, I thought they were gonna get this guy.
They still could. I mean,
I already Facebook looked it up and Google looked it up. There, I found a few pictures of who it could be. Not sure though.
It's apparently already on the run.
I don't know. There
For
was
other things.
There was a news article for this guy's name that popped up at first, and I was like, maybe he's got this is a thing.
Hey, Aaron Biederman just sent a gifted sub over to Josh Smoots. Hell yeah.
Very
Smoots, welcome to the Gosh Heck It fam, man.
It's funny that it went to Josh.
Yeah. This is one of our really, really good friends.
Yeah, there you go. We need the last story's sister. We need that internet sleuth to look into find this guy.
There you go.
Yeah, I do. I was digging for a while, but then it yielded no like results. So, and I didn't want to log into my own LinkedIn profile to view this other. So I stopped. And
That's understandable.
I'll let the bank handle it.
Big stuff over the past week since you've last been in front of the camera here. What's your favorite thing? Obviously, a lot of big things happened because it was the 4th of July. We host every year, had all the family over, except our teens were all in different places.
Yes.
And then had kind of a recovery weekend here. But what's been your favorite part so far?
I don't remember.
Ghetto tacos, probably.
It was very good. Crime Stopper. That's right. Don't mess with this bitch. Just kidding. Sorry, I'm so awkward. I'm sorry. What did we do?
We did a lot of work like.
Oh, okay. I have one. I remember now.
Okay.
Tony took us like tubing. I don't know if you call it tubing because it wasn't like a tube, but that's tubing. And this guy decided that it wasn't like rowdy enough, so he was jumping up and down while Caden and I were also in the tube. So Caden and I were just being like flung all around, and I don't even think it was like the waves, like the wake. I think it was just this guy. But it ended with me like hurting my neck, and Caden laughing hysterically. I thought he was crying at first, but he was laughing so hard that he couldn't stop, and it was the funniest thing ever. So that was, I don't remember if we talked about that, but then like my neck hurt for a few days and I got it better, and then we went to Ocean's Adventure, which is like this place with like a ball pit and you can like crawl through all these things. Navy got stuck at the top, so I was like, I'm sprightly, running up there, full steam, like run. And I had a hat on and I didn't clear the bar, so I hit it. Or at Calamity Candy, that's why they call me this. But I hit it and nailed it like instant. And this guy was like,
it's like somebody rang the Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
Dong.
That's literally what happened. And Navy was like, I called for a rescue. Not for this. And then I tried to get Navy to go. I had to like stop for a second because it was like the Looney Tunes, like the little birdies were flying. But yeah, it was funny.
And she, who Navy, who's been here to this bounce house play place before, she was more terrified this time than she was last time, which was a little tough. Like I think she swam for like 3.5, 4 hours on the fourth. A long time. And there was at one point where she leaned too far forward when she was jumping in and kind of like belly flop dove in. But since then she's been more scared of pretty much everything. So we had to go up and rescue her like 5-6 times.
Yeah, she's all right.
I know she'll get past it, but she did
just
fall
into the pool.
She was a very different kid.
Life jacket on and stuff, but she did fall into the pool, and she was okay. She came right up, and we tried not to like gauge her reaction first before we reacted, which I was proud of myself that I did not go into like oh shit mode. Yeah. But she came up and she was like, it's okay, I'm okay.
She's 3.
Yep.
She's 3, and she. It's so funny because she's either like gung ho or terrified. With this kid, there is no in between.
Or she's gung ho, and then when it gets time to do it, she becomes terrified.
Yes.
All right. Whenever, I know that you guys probably know what I'm talking about, but when you hurt your neck and you have to like turn like this to like look behind you, that was the thing. I saw somebody talking about neck stuff, and I'm like, yes, when you have to turn your whole body to look behind you.
Yeah. She's doing the RoboCop all weekend.
And she didn't.
I mean, like, hey, babe.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
And she didn't belly flop. She just like dove. Like she was squatted down looking at a bug, getting ready to jump in the pool, but the bug caught her eye, and she just leaned too far forward and just
the George
dove
Clooney
right
Batman
in.
turns out. Yes, absolutely.
All right, next story.
They fixed it. They fixed it with Christian Bale. They're like, oh, you want to be able to turn your head? Okay, got it. Thanks, Tanner. Love you.
Whiplash.
The magnificent Candy Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. I have a feeling she'll be joining us here in a bit. She will, after this next goal, actually. So we're going to unlock Tony Spark once we hit the 2,000 Tiny Dinies here. We're at 609 right now. And then after that, we're going to unlock the spiciest of Spicy Story and get Candy Thunder back up here. In the meantime, Orica Moon Donna. We've got Denise, Overkill Mill, Aaron Biederman, Dylan Sprague. Thank you all so much. Captain Morgan, see you there as well. Chicken Tinner, Amaldine, Shepard, Candy Thunder, subscribed. Welcome to the Gosh Second fam, Candy Thunder. I just said that you subscribed.
Oh, my renewal.
Your renewal. Yeah. Yep, there you go. There you go. If your renewal pops while we're on live, it tells me that you...
Anthony?
Anthony? Anthony, you watching the stream right now? Oh my God. I guess. Oh yeah. I don't know. Amy, thank you. Hey, Heartsy Fartsy Amber Trinity, Jen, Lady Giraffe. Thanks for the shares and the follows. Greatly appreciate that. Let's dive into a story, shall we? Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one from AITAH is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Telling My Kids They Aren't My Problem Anymore? Let's go ahead and start a poll for this one. Play the game, shall we? Text poll starting now. Am I the astronaut for telling my kids they aren't my problem anymore? I mean, this could go so many different directions.
Somebody said, you two remind me of my grandparents.
We remind you of your grandparents?
Accurate. I love it.
I don't know how to take that. I'm guessing you're referring to the loving demeanor, right?
Not your gray beard.
Like, not my gray beard, my hunched stature, or my general grumpiness. My hairy ears. Because you're in love adorable. That's Shinryo. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. Hey, Christian, thanks for being here. Hey, his fitness. Happy gosh hecked birthday. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Words are going to be hard today. Okay, here we go. We have ended on Ask on 1. 25% winning there. Interestingly enough, NTA had 23%. So you guys are pretty evenly split between Ask on 1 and NTA. We're going very different directions here. And Jackie, April, Trisha, Tony Spark, thank you guys. All right, here we go. Title again on this one was, Am I the Astronaut for telling my kids they aren't my problem anymore? My ex-wife and I got sick of each other about 10 years into our marriage. We had 3 kids by then and we tried to make it work for their sake. It did not work and we divorced. I let her keep the house because it was the kids' home and I wanted them to have some stability. I paid child support and I paid for extracurriculars on top of that. I had to work a lot of hours to afford everything I was paying for, but I thought it was worth it. My mental health improved being away from my ex and the kids were taken care of. I tried to stay involved in their lives, but I couldn't support them financially as well as be there for every event. I made an effort to be there for all the important things, birthdays, Christmas, holidays. I also made sure that my custody time was sacrosanct. Sacrosanct? Is that how you say that? Sacrosanct? Crickets over here. Bueller. Is it sacrosanct?
What do we look like, a dictionary?
I'm sorry. Somebody was talking about how good looking you were.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Who created the doc today?
That is right.
I would expect that person to look for any tricky words and be like, how do you pronounce that? No.
This story was
Sacrosanct. Chat has helped me and has said, yes, sacrosanct was correct. Chat was helpful. Tony Spark was not. Let the record note.
Oh, you don't piss him off now.
I'll just go back to the lake.
I would also make sure that my custody time was sacrosanct. I would turn off my work phone and be present when we were together. But no matter how I tried, they got resentful that I wasn't always there. It didn't matter to them that they only got to participate in these activities because the only way they got to participate in these activities was because I was sacrificing for them. They wanted me to pay for the extras, but somehow not work to pay for the extras. When they got to be older teens, I tried reasoning with them, but their argument was that their mom worked and still managed to attend. We grew apart and they cut me out of their lives. I hated it. I still made sure they all graduated from college without debt. I still made sure that they all graduated from college without debt. One of them got a scholarship, so I actually had a little extra money to give them. I rarely saw them after they left high school. I have not seen them in years now. My ex passed away and I sold the house. It was mine, as per our agreement. She could live there for free until she got remarried. She never did. The kids were expecting to get money from her estate, and they did. After everything was said and done, they each got about $31,000. What they didn't get was a share of the profit from the house. That will fund my retirement. I disliked my ex, but she was a good mom. I never wanted to get this money this way. I would have been fine letting her live there another 30 years. The kids came to my house to talk to me. They said that they were all counting on that money. I asked why. What made them think their mom was going to die on vacation at 53? They said that it wasn't fair that I got the house. I said I owned the house and that their mom didn't leave it to me. As part of our divorce, I owned the house and even paid the taxes and for maintenance. They said that they could really use some help. I said that none of them were really my problem anymore. I hadn't been invited to their homes and I hadn't been asked to participate in their weddings. I attended as a guest. They all think I'm being an asshole and stingy. I think they would not have bothered talking to me except for the money. You're 100% right on that one. Top comment on this one. Yeah, I'm glad he called them out on that. Despite being divorced from their mother while they supposedly had a close relationship with her, he's the one saying he didn't want the money this way and wishes she was still here, while they were saying they were counting on it, which is such a weird response to someone's premature death. Even if they expected to inherit, it shouldn't have been for potentially decades yet. I can't imagine that being my priority after losing a parent. Yeah, you know what? That's a damn good point too. That being the thing that they are focusing on right now is pretty wild. They could really use the help, they say. And to show up, look, I mean, I do not think he chose wisely when they were kids. There's no fixing that now. I can at the ripe age of 42, grandpa here, remember, I can look back and now say that if you're working your ass off to provide, but you're missing out on being a part of the family, you're missing out. And there is a balance there somewhere. So I'm sure he regrets his decision in not being a part of their lives more. He's justified it to himself by saying that he provided everything that they were able to do. And I'm sure he did. And maybe they wouldn't have been able to do what they needed to do. I think part of the problem there is that if that is the arrangement, that needs to be something that the co-parents are both on the same page about. Because if mom was here saying, oh, he just chose not to be here instead of he's working his ass off to make sure that you guys get to do these things, that definitely doesn't help the message, right? It doesn't help the message at all. So I don't think he chose right back then. And even after all of that, it's not like he tried to form a relationship with them. Neither did they. They didn't do this. They didn't do it either. And they have their opinion that I'm sure has something to do with what their mom communicated to them back in the day. But they're grown-ass adults now who have the choice and the free will to mend that fence or to start a relationship if they want to. If they aren't going to start that relationship, they can't come to him and say, yo, we want that money that they have no claim to. There's no legal claim to it. Why they thought they were going to get it, unknown. The fact that they're so eager for it so shortly after she passed is like, we don't know how long it was after she passed, actually. It was long enough for him to be able to sell the house, so maybe they've had time to grieve. Maybe they've already grieved in their own way, and now it's something different. But unless she had told them that they were going to get the money from that, they'd have no reason to think that, right? No debt from college with 3 kids. He did enough to set them up. Agreed, Amy. Like, that's a huge deal. That is a huge, huge, huge deal. He helped them so much, and someday they're going to figure that out. But right now, they're just seeing him as a checkbook again. His wife didn't tell them that dad paid for it at all. I think you're right. I think for them to have no appreciation for or desire for a relationship with him, they have to be unaware of him providing everything that he provided. They have to be unaware of how good they have at having no debt out of college. They have to be unaware. And either, I don't know, he tried to reason with them several times, but they already had their opinions formed. This is on them. So the question, am I the asking out for telling my kids they aren't my problem anymore? In the context of how he had to say it, I'm going NTA. In the grand scheme of the whole story, everyone sucks here. I think that this is a pickle that could have been avoided. But in this specific instance, they are clearly in the wrong. They're not even trying to seek building a relationship first. They just want the money. They didn't even pitch it as like a package deal. It wasn't like, hey, we'd really like to start spending more time with you and we'd like the proceeds of the house. It's just, we want the proceeds of the house. We need the stuff. We want the money. That's it. They're short-sighted, not seeing the luxury of not having crippling student loan debt alone. Yeah. Don't care if OP owns it. To them, it's mom's house. Honey Bear, I agree, but legally, he owned the house. So legally, the proceeds go to him. The fact that she lived there, and I understand what you're saying. It was mom's house to them. So it doesn't matter who legally owns it. They feel entitled to it. Unfortunately, the rest of the world doesn't care about that. The law sure as shit doesn't care about that. Title companies, realtors don't give a shit about that. Casey, hope he leaves everything to someone else like a charity, not the kids. Here's the Mercy. Thank you for picking up on it. We need the stuff. Here's the interesting what happens next conversation, right? Knowing what they know now and knowing his stance on everything, it'll be interesting to see which of the kids, if any, actually start making an effort to have a relationship with him. Hey, Yessie and her Frenchie girls, part of the Gosh Heck It fam now. Welcome. Glad to have you. Pittsburgh Penny, DM Hershey, Chrissy, Stickland, Diane, Mackenzie Ford, Slippers at the Bar, OMG Cookies, Hershey there with a first get the lightning bolts, CT Civil, Shan, Candy Thunder, Olivia Marie, Mercy, Marco Vasquez, Sarah Barracuda, Selena, Lovey Boo Boo's Boutique, Allison Santer, Catnit, Misty Moon, Light, Brittany, Allison again there, Becky with an eye, Jackie, Aaron Biederman sent a gifted sub over to Slippers at the Bar. Slippers, welcome to the Gosh Heck It fam. We get to see you on the VIP now. Pittsburgh Penny, DM Hershey, thank you all so much. They seem to just want the money. Girl Friday, yeah. It's just the money. They don't give a shit about anything else. Totally Radical, thanks for the share. Hey, Angel, cleared 10 minutes, then back to work. Hey, it's good to see you. It's been a hot minute. One needs to process how much dad did for them, especially if they are parents now. They will someday. That someday will probably be too late. Saucy Verito Alejandra, thank you so much. Okay, it is random, I believe. I believe it is random who receives a gifted sub. So someone decides to gift it, and then I think they have to be on the live right then, probably have to be a follower. I don't think it's a targeted thing. Angel, though, while she's here for her 10-minute sesh, sending out a slew of gifted subs here to Diane, DM Hershey, Sarah Sweeney, Sarah Barracuda, and Young and Fuller. Welcome to the Gosh Heck It fam, to you five, courtesy of Angel. Heck yes. Mom may not have been as present if she has to pay a mortgage. Jewel, thanks so much. Glad you jumped into the live. Wayward Darlin sending out a gifted sub to Kimmy West. Welcome to the Gosh Heck It fam. We're at 708, now shooting for 8 hundo. Hey, yo. All right, we ready to start story 2 here? We're at 901 and 2K to get Tony Spark up here. Mrs. Mama, Mimi, Catnit. Thank you. Stein or Steen, hobby. Watching the live while on the elliptical. Hey, you know what? That's awesome. We're going to have to start playing some workout music in the background while we do these shows. Like, no. We got some jazz today, though. This is the best I can do for you. Good work for elliptical music. Right? 50% mark on the Tiny Diny goal here. The Effulgent one jumping in. Rhonda Hart, Kellyanne Jennings, 2014 Pittsburgh, Penny, Lovey Boo Boo's Boutique, Sarah Barracuda, Donna, Golden Owl. Good to see you, man. Janice, 2014, Diane, Jenny Lee, Catnit, Mimi, Mrs. Mama. I feel like I got to say it like that. Rhonda Hart, Girl Friday, Mary, Leah subscribed. Welcome to the Gosh Heck It fam. Lisa Smith with Tiny Dinies there. Price is Right music. I feel it. That's awesome. You're on hold, but it's a whole lot more fun. I'm sorry, I can't hear.
I wanted to go on the Price is Right so bad when I was little. I wanted it so bad.
Is it still, obviously it's still like a core memory. Candy Thunder wanted to go on the Price is Right so bad as a kid. And as soon as we said Price is Right, she's like, I wanted it so bad. I feel like you still might want it.
But I wanted it with Bob Barker.
Yeah. No Moss Bob Barker. Who is it now? Is it even, is it running still? Is the Price is Right still going?
Is it Drew Carey?
I thought it, yeah. Drew Carey was the last I saw. Sergeant Mac is Zoot Suit. Also, anybody still dealing with hurricane poop? All the vibes to you. It's a pain in the butt. Drew Carey, yes. The yodeling game. Has it been 20 years, Amber Dawn? Holy crap. Sick Days and Bob Barker, childhood.
Yes.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. What's up, Snorts? Wanted to be on the Wheel of Fortune? That's Tony's game. Tony Spark is all about Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we're going to rock and roll. 1221 or 2K on Tiny Dinies, so we're still focusing Tiny Dinies. Biggie B dropping a hundo and 12 right as I say that. Heck yes. We've got Jen Erickson, Just Mags, Diane. Thank you all so much. Here we go with the next story. Hey there, it is Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one is from the AITA subreddit and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Not Giving My Son a Present at His Birthday Party? Okay, let's do a poll and we'll see what y'all think. Am I the astronaut for not giving my son a present at his birthday party? There's so many ways that this can go too. I'm gonna say they got him a present not at his birthday party, like before, but should there have been something additional? No, NTA. You give them their presents at some other time. That's what I'm thinking. Or, yeah, I'm thinking it's the at his birthday party that is the part of this I'm focused on. Could be completely wrong, but I'm going NTA here. Dudley, 37. Yeah, I mean, I feel like depending on who you are and how you approach this, even if you got them something outside of the party or before the party, you could have been let's hold this one small thing back or do this additional small thing at the party, but it's not necessary. It's case by case, right? Dr. Sweets jumping in with the 87 Tiny Dinies, Saucy Burrito, Katina Marie, Saucy again there, Totally Radical, Sarah Sweeney dropping 51, Heidi, J Crazy, Cheeky Island Girl, Niece Moon, Jen Design Store, Londra Sings, Addie Bros, Biggie B. I just like saying Biggie B. That's a fun name to say. Okay, we ended with NTA being the winner here. Let's see how wrong we are. My 47 male son, 5 male, had a birthday party last Saturday. At the school my son attends, it is traditional for parents to throw their children birthday parties. The kids invite their school friends to these parties. They participate in contests and play games, eat pizza, etc. I never had a problem with this, although before my son went to the school, we used to celebrate his birthday at home. So let's get to the heart of the conflict. My wife organized a traditional party for my son. He invited his school friends, his siblings, 7 male, 8 female, were naturally included. Since most of the work of organizing the party was taken care of by my wife, I had to play the role of toastmaster of sorts at the party. Among all the other things was a contest in which the kids had to run at speed to the other end of the yard and collect plastic fruits and vegetables in a basket. The reward was candy. My reward was candy too. Heyo! The puzzle came on. The puzzle, yeah. Okay. The reward was candy, which my son loves very much. This little prize was supposed to go to all the kids in the end because I thought they could all handle vegetable picking. My son is a really good runner, but 2 things happened at once. First, just 10 minutes before this competition, he twisted his leg while jumping on the trampoline. Nothing too serious, but he limped for about 5 minutes and then said he was fine. Second, as he was running back with his full basket, he tripped and fell. All the vegetables scattered on the ground. He picked them back up and ran back to the start, but he ran out of time. So the contest was over and I started handing out candy to all the kids. My son reached out for candy too, but I tried to be as friendly as possible and told him that he didn't make it to the timer. This is not what we thought it was, ladies and gentlemen. He looked very upset, and after that, he didn't have as much fun at the party anymore. After the party, I had an argument with my wife. I said that children should be taught responsibility from a young age. Yes, it wasn't my son's fault that he tripped and fell, but he still didn't make it. Why should I make an exception and give him a present? My wife said, because he's only 5 years old and he had a birthday party. She and I barely spoke after that. I told my friends what happened, and some took my side and some took my wife's side. My father took my side and my mom took my wife's side. Am I The astronaut. This is totally not what we thought it was. Top comment here. You're the asshole. He's 5. It was his birthday and he hurt himself. Birthday parties are meant to be fun celebrations and rewards. Do you know why kids love Halloween and Christmas and birthdays? Because everyone gets love and attention and rewards just for showing up. It's whimsical and indulgent, and that's the point. It's part of what makes childhood magical. As a camp counselor for 5 to 6 years, we would never design games and activities with stark winners and losers. That's just not fun for that age group and not really the point. This is not the appropriate venue to be teaching children about responsibility. Losing a competition isn't responsibility. It's just a painful part of life. Organized sports are a much better place to teach about work ethic, teamwork, and winning and losing. Your child probably won't remember this specific event in 10 years, but if this demonstrates a pattern of how you parent, I gotta tell you something. He will absolutely remember how you made him feel and how interactions with you make him feel. Oh, shit.
This is bullshit.
That commenter's right. I feel like, except for one thing in this comment, I think this kid will remember this because it's not just the normal interaction. If this is how dad is all the time, it's not just the normal interaction of like, well, you failed. Sorry. I don't think, even if that is a normal interaction with dad, this happened at his birthday party where basically all of his other friends got something and he didn't. He got like actively punished at his own birthday party. Core memory unlocked, bro. That's a core memory now. What? The fact that he's still not seeing it is the hardest part of all of this. He still doesn't see how he screwed up. Still doesn't see it. I understand his intentions, and let's talk about this for a second. Let's dive into the scale here because I understand his intentions. His intentions are like, I don't want to reinforce like receiving something, a participation trophy in general. He's against participation trophies. Whatever. You do you as you teach the normal sense of that. Birthdays are a completely separate thing, especially when it's your own damn kid's birthday. There probably should have been some kind of filter to see this situation through. And not just in black and white like he sees everything else. There should be some kind of exception, some kind of filter, because this is his freaking birthday party where like the normal rules do not apply. And the consideration here, like many of you have pointed out, imagine how embarrassed this child was for that happening in front of his friends. Imagine how much worse this was feeling for him because it happened at his freaking birthday party. Dad never once thought about any of these other things. He's like, oh, I'm not going to teach him you win shit for failing. Is it evil? Or is it a straight up ASCON 2? Like, you definitely shouldn't have done that, dude. This is almost like a Brozo ASCON 2 or an ASCON 1. What do you think? Candy Thunder is a firm 1. I know you don't like. I don't like it either. I'm trying to think like he thinks he's doing the right thing. Everybody thinks they're doing the right thing. Everybody has their own truth. Everybody's the hero in their own story. What he did, was it a terrible human thing? Or was it ignorance that was they definitely shouldn't have done this? And that's where the Brozo ASCON 2 or an ASCON 1 comes in. It's kind of split. I mean, I see more 1 than I see 2 on here, but there's definitely a mixed opinion here. Let's put it this way. I don't know which one he is. I don't know if he's like truly evil and just doesn't give a shit, or if he's just dumb and blind to the fact that he's an idiot. So he's either an ASCON 1 or he's an ASCON 2 and a Brozo.
So Tony and I both say ask on one because a birthday party is not where you teach responsibility.
Agreed.
Like that is the farthest thing from that, especially like you get what, like 8, maybe 9 years of like birthday parties that are like
Fun. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
these are things your kids are going to remember. That this is not the place.
Oh, agreed.
Like instead say you did a great job, you got back up and you crossed the line.
Agreed.
Like here's your candy for that.
I agree. My saying it could be an ASCON 2 brozo is not saying that it's okay. It's not saying that it's not terrible. It is more of a question of character of OP. Is it evil or is it negligence? And I don't know. I really don't. So if it's negligence, I think it's ASCON 2 brozo. If it is just indifference, then it's an ASCON 1.
Would this sway you from ASCON 2 to ASCON 1 in that he wouldn't listen to like what the wife was saying and doubled down and like went to look for people who were on his side? Like he's not taking what his wife said. He's like, well,
He's
my dad's
defending it instead
he's still
and trying
defending
to
his actions and still thinks that he did the right thing, even when people are telling him,
Damn
you hurt your child in this moment, and he's not listening to the fact that he hurt his child.
Damn her. Okay, so there was something that Stevie Wonder said in our podcast early on, and I bring it up every once in a blue moon, but it is if you know that there's a better way, or you know that you screwed up and you still don't try to fix it, then you're the asshole. And damn it. Hey, meanwhile, Orica Moon dropping a lovely music, which was super cool to watch. Hell yeah. Yeah, that was very, very cool. I think they're right. I think his follow-up behavior definitely reinforces an ASCON 1. Let us know in comments when this posts, though, which one you think it is and why.
I like that in general.
Yeah. Same. Orica dropping more there. Lala McCarty, DM Hershey, Mama Buffy, Joyce. With TLS in the house here. Joyce Brown, Saucy Verito, Shan, Erica Eternal, Billy subscribed. Welcome to the God Shack It fam. Lily, TLS, Sarah Barracuda, Candy Thunder, Keebler Cookies, which I love, by the way. Millie Laura, Shan loves to read. Keebler Cookies again there. Elizabeth, welcome to the Gosh Heck fam. Orica Moon, Jen Erickson, M. Lala, Elizabeth, Billy, Pamela. Thank you all so much. Hey, we got there. We get some Tony Spark in the house now. Let's get some music rocking. We've got Dr. Sweets in the lead on this one. Then Rhonda, Mystic Solutions, Amaldine Shepherd, Millie Alora. Can I get a save on 12 Beyond, please? A.K. Marion, East Moon, Sarah Sweeney, TLS Journey, Elise Newman, A.M. Harlequin, Jen here, Eenie B, and then we have... Thank you, sir. Overkill Mill, 10th anniversary, Donna, Candy Thunder, Whiskey Mountain Sunset. It's a Whiskey Mountain. I have to question everything now. Tony Spark, Jen Erickson, TF90 Mercy, The Hufflepuff, Brandla 85. We've got Lil Zilla, Jamie Nicole, Denise Burkhart, Dawn Banks. We've got Marielle Vander 5, Janice C, Caitlin Hanna, Civil War Mormon, Kellyanne, Amanda Flo, Saucy Verito, Nuthouse Mom Vicky, Lisa Marie. It just disappeared on me. Why'd you disappear on me, man? Why'd you do that? I'll find it again. That's what she said. Nakano Kirishima, Lovey Boo Boo. Oh, dropping the cool stuff. Orica Moon with the gold mine. Heck yes. Lovey Boo Boo, Pittsburgh, Penny, A.E. Bros Books, Erica Eternal, Heidi J, Sarah Elizabeth, Jenny Lee, Golden Owl Supply, Christine for JP, Girl Friday, and Totally Radical. Thank you guys so much. And TLS with the Driving Dachshund. That's a cool one too. We're getting a show today, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting a show. You have unlocked Tony Spark. The next goal will unlock the spiciest of spicy stories and Candy Thunder feedback. Spiciest spicy spice plus Candy Spice. She's one of the Spice Girls. They kicked her out early on. Candy Spice.
When I was 5.
When she was 5, yes.
You weren't spicy.
Yeah. You were too spicy.
Life made me spicy.
All right, we are going for 160 paper cranes, ladies and gentlemen. Paper crane. And in the meantime, I'd like to introduce you to someone that you may know. And if you don't know of him yet, be sure to go follow at Tony Spark _ right now. Ladies and gentlemen. Tony Spark!
Where it comes back. Oh. What's up, everybody? Did you guys miss me? I know that it was probably very hard for you guys last week on the live that I was not present. Sorry. I'm sorry to have let you down like that. If you guys could see the face that Candy is making right now, clearly, I know where I'm not wanted.
Sergeant Max said Ellen cried.
As she should. As she should.
She mourned a loss.
Oh, thanks, Ellen. You see what Ellen said? She goes, "You weren't here last week?" I didn't notice. Those statements are very contradictory. Yeah. So what's up? Everybody been good? Everybody enjoying their summer? Everybody have a good 4th of July for those who celebrate the 4th of July? A lot of fireworks. Ted needed to come out. Ted sure did.
Husky voice, Tony.
Ted sure did come out. My voice is finally getting back. I kind of lost it by Saturday or Sunday. After 10 days at the lake, it was Ted talks a lot, yells a lot. It was time for come Sunday. I was like, I'm ready to go home. Like I was kind of done with it. I was tired, exhausted, hungover, sunburnt, all the things. But if you want to see how my 10 days at the lake was, I just posted a new TikTok right before the stream. So those of you that follow me should go watch it, not right now, but after the stream. And then you should follow me at Tony Spark _ if you want to see it. Dusty and Candy make an appearance in it. They kick off the video. There's some fireworks. There's some boating. There's some floating. There's some drinking shenanigans. There's a lot.
You'll see Tony play an instrument and run out of gas.
Yeah. It's just a lot. It's a lot packed in. Gotta ask, do you iron/steam sheets and do you use a top sheet?
There was a discussion last week.
Was that a discussion last week? No, I don't iron or steam them. I just throw them in the dryer. Top sheet, it depends. At the lake, I just have a comforter. It's like a thin comforter. And then at home here, I do have a top sheet. So it just kind of depends. Well, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, Karen. That's an interesting conversation. Top sheet or no top sheet. It just depends. I got to have it like really cold too. So sometimes I just use the top sheet, not the comforter, because it's hot. But yeah. Candy's over here choking. Apparently Dusty scared her and she didn't want to scream, so she choked. Yeah, not great. Not great. It's not great for Candy. Yeah, I've got the comforter I have has like a cover over the comforter, so I can just take that off and wash that. Not all the time, Indifferent Elf. Not all the time. Don't unfollow me. I'll go throw the top sheet away right now. Just don't unfollow me. I can't afford to lose followers. Candy's only weakness is stifling a laugh. Fact. Okay. See, I didn't know what a duvet cover was. I mean, I've heard of it. I just didn't know what it was. So apparently that's what it was. No, I think a top sheet's different than a duvet. Is a top sheet a must, though? Is it? Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Sorry that I'm not experienced in duvet covers.
Duvet covers.
Okay. Arista wants to know how the blinker usage is coming. I feel like I've made a conscious effort to improve my blinker usage. So, I mean, I think I'm doing better. Topped off the blinker fluid, and so now I feel comfortable using it.
As long as you're trying.
I'm trying. You don't put blinker fluid in your car, Katie?
You're most certainly run dry, then.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Most certainly.
But anyway, yeah, we did a tan check.
We did.
I got Dusty beat still.
So we're off camera. Still, man, and I've been working outside like all weekend, almost all day.
This is my barometer on my tan. I gotta in the winter when I lose the watch tan, that's when I know I need to like be in the sun or go somewhere or do something because I can't lose the watch tan. So
must not lose
the watch tan. I did really good. I had made a conscious effort because I was going to be at the lake for a very long time and in the sun a lot. I put the most sunscreen on my face this year that I ever have.
Wow!
But I found the hack because I don't like sunscreen. I don't like the feeling of sunscreen. Do you like the feeling of sunscreen? I don't like the feeling of the sunscreen, especially on my face. So I found a solution because what happens is I get in the water. Mm-hmm. I'll put it on before I get in the water, and then I get in the water and I don't get out for like 8 hours. Right. So I never put it back on because my hands are in the water. It's never dry enough to do it. I found the sunscreen that's on. It's like a deodorant stick.
No, the roller ball or the stick.
It's just like a stick. It's like a little deodorant stick, and so I just keep it on the bottom of the dock, and then I just sit there in the water and put it on my face, and it's perfect. And my face did not get sunburnt at all this week. So
nice.
I feel like I did good. But yeah. Anyway, if you'd like to see all about my lake adventures, go check out my latest video and follow at @TonySpark_. Please. Yeah, you can see Dusty.
We're tubing.
Yeah, there's pictures, there's videos, there's fireworks, there's instruments of chaos.
Instruments. I legit thought he was like playing
the
tuba.
To you?
No, I didn't.
I said it is an instrument. An instrument of chaos. Because that's what it is. Bye.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. We do make a cameo in it. It is fantastic. All right. We are diving on to the next one. We are at 97 paper cranes of 160 to get the spiciest of spicy stories plus Candy Thunder feedback. So we'll jump over to our next story. On a timeout moment here, just a note before we get going. My family lost my aunt Julie yesterday, and her kids and my grandmother could specifically use all the positive vibes that you have to spare to throw out their direction here. So all the positive energy from today, let's direct that way. Okay. All right. Let's dive over to the next story then. This one is on the wrong one. There we go. Okay. Hey there, it is Dusty Thunder once again, and I have a story for you from Reddit, from AITA, titled, Am I the Astronaut for Baking Only One Flavor of Cookies? Are you trying to starve? Are you trying to starve the nation? You only baked one flavor of cookies? How dare you? How absolutely dare you? Let's start a text poll for this one. Poll is starting right meow. And the question again is, am I the astronaut for baking only one flavor of cookies? What do you think? Have you read the story? Okay. What is your gut reaction, Tater? NTA. I'm right there with you. Yeah. Well, and it's like, how dare you? Yes. You baked cookies at all. That is a good thing, right?
Yeah. I can't vote.
What if like it's a bakery shop and they ordered two kinds? This question would be very misleading in that case. Were they arsenic flavored cookies? That would be bad. And only the one flavor. Oh yeah, what if it was one flavor that like not everybody liked though? What if it was like lemon? 84% voted NTA. I'm just kidding. I don't like lemon. I know most people do. Okay, 84% went NTA. I have a feeling they might bury the lead on this one. We'll find out. My 22 female brother has 2 nieces from 2 different women. Anne, 6, and Zoe, 8, never married to any of them. I was away for college, but got a job in her hometown, so I moved back. After settling in, I offered to help babysit my nieces on Saturday mornings as my brother and the girls' moms work. I've only been babysitting for about a month. The girls are well behaved and get along. They're both animal lovers, so a lot of our activities centered around They are both animal lovers, so a lot of our activities centered around my pet rabbits and parrot. Last week, however, the girls were watching a program that showed them how to bake cookies. They asked me if they could. I don't have an oven, but I have a small air fryer. I had a pretty good recipe for peanut butter cookies and asked the girls if they would like to make peanut butter cookies, and Anne said peanut butter was her favorite, but Zoe said she wanted oatmeal cranberry. I asked if they could compromise, as it wasn't practical to prepare 2 types, with the air fryer being so small and the amount of time we had left before their moms picked them up, but they insisted. That was the flavor they wanted. Neither has a food allergy of any kind. I looked at the time, told Zoe that since Anne and I voted for peanut butter, we would make peanut butter cookies, and she could have her flavor next time. Zoe sulked a little bit, but was still involved in the cookie making. Hold on, before we go any further, Zoe is 8. Then they watched cartoons until their moms came over just as the cookies were finished, so I packed them up for the girls and left. Zoe's mom called a few days later and said that Zoe told her what happened and that she felt I was favoring Anne. She said that the right thing to do would be to tell both girls to wait another week so I could borrow larger baking devices so that I could bake the cookies for both girls, instead of telling one girl that they had to wait while having to watch another girl get exactly what she wanted. I thought she was entitled and didn't pay her a lot of thought, but yesterday she told me that she would have her mom babysit Zoe for the next couple of weeks. I guess she was really unhappy. I wonder, was I the asshole? No. But you know what? It's interesting because I feel like in this application, the hard ass, sometimes you lose mentality. This is one of the times when you do enforce that. This is one of the times when you do teach them that lesson. If this was Zoe's birthday party, probably wouldn't have gone that way, right? That's the application. Candy Thunder's like, yeah, see, now you get it. You lost this one. You got outvoted. I'm sorry. You don't lose. You just have to wait a little longer. That's it. But for mom to get so pissed off about this to where she's going to have somebody else start babysitting, here's what I think. I think you still win here because there's a reason that you were babysitting in the first place and not her mom, right? There must be some kind of pain attached to her mom watching her kid, watching Zoe. Otherwise, you would have never started doing it. So she's going to experience that pain again whenever she has her mom start watching her kid. And if it's worth it for her to endure that pain because of something this petty on her part, cool. Enjoy that pain, bish. I'm proud of you for establishing a boundary here. And if she doesn't like it, she can take her kid somewhere else, whatever. They're family, which makes it more complicated. But still, you as a care provider established a boundary here to be like, okay, I'm not going to blatantly do things that do not make sense or that teach these kids to be entitled assholes like you. Do I narrate the YouTube channel Explore with us? I do not. I wish I did, though. Definitely sounds like a jealousy thing for mom. Oh, I forgot that these 2 kids are sisters or half sisters.
Different moms.
With different moms. So It's not even like a cousin thing. It is. These are competing siblings now. That sounds like that sounds like hell. That sounds like hell. And OP, I still think you're doing the right thing here by not allowing them to mold you, not bending to their will. Because if you do it this one time, you're going to bend to their will a million more times. Unreasonable requests. Unreasonable. OP, we went NTA on Zoe's mom for sure here. I think we're pretty safe to give a Bizzo too, because this is she ranks higher than her. She will be the heir to the throne before Anne, who's 2 years younger. I think the oldest should decide. You mean because the oldest is yours? Well, yes. No. Magic Drop, did you just become a 13-month subscriber, or did you see someone else did? I don't know. Let me scroll back up and see. Joanne. I see Joanne joined the fam. Heck yes. Welcome to the Gosh Heck It fam. Brandla85, J Boogie, Dark Angel, Joyce Brown. Brandla85 dropping more paper cranes there. We're at 128 to 160. Almost unlocking the spiciest of spicy stories here. Denise Burkhardt, Janice 2014, Mariah, Ted's Girl, Sarah Sweeney, Love X, Adrian, Tony Spark. It was only there twice, but it felt right. He did it. You're like Rumpelstiltskin or you Beetlejuice. Michelle Heather dropping the here we go. Mariah, Janae Zuniga, Aaron, LoveX, Adrian, Mariah, again there, Elizabeth, Tony Spark, of course, Allie Pinlad, Mama Buffy, Nancy Mawiney, Officer Owens, CT Civil again there, Officer Owens again there, Brooke, Aaron, Anise Moon, Aaron Biederman, Candy Thunder, Candy, CLKB, thank you so much. Funny Farm, Hunter Girl, Carabite, see you there as well. Chewbacca, I have been, as we're uploading them from PC, I am remembering to click the box that says add these to the AITA playlist. And we'll make sure that we're aware of that every time. All right, 144, 160, we're still moving that direction. So only Zoe is going to grandma's. Yes, only Zoe. Anne is continuing to stay with OP, apparently. Until maybe we'll find an update. Tiffany, Tony's so fine, Dusty has to say his name 2 times. What was it that I said on the call earlier today with Smoots? Fine is just what? Do you remember, Tony Spark? Fine is just what?
Oh my gosh. It was funny.
Fine is just shitty with sprinkles on it or something like that. Yeah, I can't remember. Something like that. And we know how I feel about the word fine. Hey, we're going to get there. Christine Glazer sending us to the finish line here. Santana Bell with the love you. Yesy. Christine Glazer sending a whole bunch of them through. Yesy Joyce got us there as well. Let's talk about this for a second here. Dr. Sweets leading the board on this one. Then Z Twister, TLS, Sarah Sweeney, Christine Glazer, EMH34, Brandla 85, Laura Lee, Anise Moon, Mariah, Laura Litzel, Overkill Mill, Eni B, Brandy Gizes, DM Hershey, Horn, Jackie Kelly, Civil War, Curves, Tony Spark, Joycey Brown, Amaldine Shepherd, Cheeky Island Girl, Mags Mazing, Denise Burkhardt, Janice 2014, Diane Sheehan, Jerry Legal, Fourth Mama Buffy, Hunter Girl, Tinker Truck, Anika, I Am a Crazy Snow, Sterling Lucero, Bizzo B, The Funny Farm, Leo Named Water, Carabites, we've got Allie Pinland, Candy Thunder, Solutions Only, and Sally and Holly. Thank you all so much. Thanks, Taylor. Appreciate the save. Let me set up the next one, and then we'll dive into the spiciest of the spicy. The next thing we're going to unlock is a Caden Thunder appearance and a Best of Redditor update story. Caden Thunder and Boru. Boru. And we are doing what now? Oh, never used this little guy before. Sorry, wrong numbers. Oh, goodness. That's too many. There we go. For the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go for Sneaky Gnomes. We are going for 25 Hondo Sneaky Gnomes. Get Caden Thunder and a Best Reverted or Update story. And in the meantime, I will dive into the spiciest of the spicy. Let me find it on the dock here. Last one, right? All right. So now you finally made it to a live stream. Hell yeah. Gnomes versus Knights. What team are you on? Oh my goodness. You talking about that crazy guy?
No, it's a whole movement. There's more than one.
There's a whole movement. It is the Gnome Wars. It's a thing. It's a thing. Yes, the inner Frenchy girls dropping 82 gnomes there. Brooke, Phoenix, Harley, Sunrise, Bubbles, The Funny Farm, Alejandra, Joyful Stranger, Hunter Girl. You guys are on it. You're on it. Dude, it's Nikki, Sarah Sweeney, Diane, Adrian, Denise Moon there, Donna, Erin, Cassandra, Diane, Sunrise Bubbles. Look at y'all. Look at you all go. All right, here we go. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with a spicy story for you. This one is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Not Letting My Daughter Have Ibuprofen? That's the title. Am I the asshole? I'm sorry, astronaut. Am I the astronaut for not letting my daughter have ibuprofen? Boop. All right, poll is started. 1 minute. We have 1 minute.
That's the quickest ASCON one.
Whoa. Oh, there's a struggle. There's a power struggle going between ASCON 1 and NTA. I can see it unfolding right before my eyes. Theosaurus Rex, thanks for the reminder. Tapping the screen with the likes helps us get in front of new people. Also, sharing the stream helps us get in front of new people as well. We were this close to 900,000 followers on TikTok. I was thinking we might hit it during the stream today. Do you know where we're at right now, Tater Rooney? Yeah, it's tough to make a call right now. It's either an NTA or ASCOM 1, so it just depends on what the context is. I'm going to go ASCOM 1 because it's a spicy reward story. It makes sense that, there's some spice behind it.
It's 0.4.
Okay, we have 600 followers to go before we hit 900,000. That's wild. Mm-hmm. That's just wild. Be not afraid, sharing the live. Thanks so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Ranks at number 5 in C1. Heck yeah, Alejandra. Ultimately, I don't know what that accomplishes for us. We haven't received an invite to TikTok HQ or anything. So I think we got a ways to go before we hit their map.
Hey, we did get some accounts shut down.
Hey, some imposter accounts are shut down now. And a lot of their videos are gone. Heck, that's cause for celebration.
I got 9 emails last night.
Hey, heck yeah. They're finally getting there. Taylor, yeah, we're close. We're close. We're on our way. Hey, Joyce Nikteha. Is that it? Nikteha? Koya Rakan, Wendy, Taylor, Shani, Mama Buffy, Adri, Jim 330, Brandy, Jim 330. You get there. Alex, Wendy, Taylor, Officer Owens. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. ASCON 1 won with 103 votes out of 235 total. NTA had 50 votes. Interesting. All right. Let's dive in. I, 40 male, have a daughter, 14 female, who I have with my ex, 38 female. My ex-wife and I have been divorced for over 2 years, and since we're living in the same city, we both have joint custody of our daughter. She stays with me for 2 weeks of the month and stays the other 2 weeks with her mother. 3 days ago, when my daughter came to my place, she was on her period and was having ibuprofen to deal with menstrual cramps. Think we know where this is going now, right? Now, I generally tend to avoid allopathy or allopathy. Okay. Now, I generally tend to avoid allopathy medicines unless it's absolutely necessary, like conditions that have you hospitalized. I mean, for things like a cold or a fever, I think it's best to sleep it off instead of burdening your body with unnecessary pills. I noticed my daughter popping pills and got worried that she was going to become too dependent on them for a natural process like a menstrual cycle. The sentence warranted the red flags. We'll see where it goes, though. I asked my wife about this, and she told me our daughter has an irregular cycle, and so she has very painful cramps and needs the pills for the first 3 days. I wasn't too fussed about this, and I sat her down and talked to her about how unnecessary these pills are and how they will ruin her body when she's older and needs to be having a child. Menstrual cramps hurt, yes, but they're normal and they shouldn't be artificially reduced. I'm more than willing to allow her to rest and not do any of the chores while she's on her period too. But then she started crying and telling me that she goes through excruciating amounts of pain and she needs the tablets to be able to even move around. She also went on about how I won't understand her pain because I'm a man and I never have to deal with these things. The argument escalated and she got too offended when I told her that men and boys have struggles of their own and she shouldn't be using her period to paint herself as a victim. Okay, buddy. Okay. I just don't want my child to grow up weak-willed and soft. Millions of women before her have gone through life in their period and haven't dropped dead because they had to deal with some pain. It's high time she learned to respect her own body, and so when she was sleeping that night, I threw her ibuprofen away to finally give her a reality check and learn some willpower. She woke up and went ballistic and started throwing a tantrum. She told me she hated me and called me a misogynist because I apparently hate women. I didn't bat an eye when she said she wanted to go back to her mom. I called my ex and told her to pick her up because I really couldn't reason with her. My ex got angry with me when I told her what happened but she does agree that I didn't deserve to be called misogynistic. But honestly, I was just trying to teach my daughter to have thick skin. When she was younger, she used to play all kinds of sports with me and we used to have so much fun together. And now she doesn't even want to play catch with me. And then this happened. Am I the astronaut? You know, I'm going to use a line right now that I think applies to the situation and also is a great segue into bringing Candy Thunder up here. And that is, OP, you and me, no uterus, no opinion. Someone who does have one and both uterus and opinion is Candy Thunder. Let's bring her up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder and her uterus.
And my uterus
And
for
your
the
uterus.
for the feedback. I think everyone, men and women in chat I'll just say it for everyone. Fuck this guy. Because
FTG.
yeah, no uterus, no opinion. In the words of Rachel Green. Also, if she has irregular cycles, the ibuprofen isn't just to manage the pain, it's to manage the fact that her cycle is irregular, which means that it's going to be worse for her. So the ibuprofen for the 3 days that her period starts will actually help her cycle. Like, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. She's not just using it for pain. It sounds like it was prescribed in a way that they do for a lot of women to help manage their cycles. And I only know this because my sister is one of those people that had to do this when she was younger. So it helps in more ways than one. It's not just to minimize pain. But clearly this douchebag has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. So
I think he gave us a tell at the end. This confused me a little bit at first. The ending here, when he's like, she doesn't even want to play catch with me anymore. She used to play sports with me and we'd have all kinds of fun together. I think that's a tell. I think that's context that's important though, because this is him saying, I liked it better when she was like a boy. It's him saying, I liked it, but he could relate to her better, but he's used to only feeling functional as a parent when he can treat her like a boy. They played catch, they did sports stuff, and he could sit down with the boy he feels like and be like, you don't need ibuprofen, you're just gonna have to tough it out. You know what I mean? So he's trying to still treat her like a boy because he doesn't understand girls. And
No, clearly this guy does not understand
brother,
anything about women.
I hear you. Like, it's not easy
It's
to
gross,
understand,
dude.
but there has to be like an effort. You have to try.
I mean, if you want a relationship with your child, you have to understand the things that the child is going through and learn more about them. So if you want to communicate effectively and have an open conversation with your daughter about taking ibuprofen on her period, fucking learn about periods and learn what the ibuprofen is actually for, how it helps. And not to mention the fact that, like, one, we are a victim of our own bodies every single month that we have to have a cycle. Like, and it sucks. It's not fun. It's gross. It's disgusting. Your daughter's 14, which means that she's only been going through this for a short time. It makes me so mad because you just minimized like everything that your daughter is going through. You threw away the medicine that makes her feel better. And you acted like you were doing her a fucking favor to teach her a lesson. This guy's even, maybe this bumps the other dad back to ASCON 2, and this guy can have ASCON 1. Because this is farther than ASCON 1. Like, to tell your daughter that what she's feeling, you think is, like, in your words, she should just get over it. Like, she doesn't have the right to feel what she feels with her body, and that is... makes me very mad.
Yeah, the period simulator would be a good one for him. I don't know how you get through to somebody who's just like already decided that it's no big deal. You know what I mean?
You don't. You leave. Because this telling someone that they're being a victim because they have menstrual cramps is the most ridiculous bullshit I have ever heard in my life. Especially to a fucking 14-year-old girl who just experienced this.
Is she the only kid?
It sounded like it.
Okay. Yeah, they have okay. OP is only 40. And here's why I bring that up. Sorry, I invaded your bubble with the keyboard.
That's all right.
I bring it up because it's not going to be long before OP is like, man, I need some ibuprofen for these knees, for this back, for the inevitable pain that comes with aging. And that's going to be a really funny time because you're going to be like, oh, you know what? It actually does help quite a bit. And I'm able to get around, do the things I need to do without being hindered as much. Oh, it makes sense. And then maybe you'll realize how big of an ass bag you've been this whole time. And also understand why you're standing there alone. Trying to get the ibuprofen bottle open, but your arthritis is so bad you can't. And only if you hadn't have driven everyone else out of your life, you could get that damn bottle open, but you can't.
He has to leave it like on the where the arrows line up at all times.
He's got a hammer out, swinging a hammer at it, still nothing.
I hope the guy from the jar story comes back and like tightens all your jars so you can't get them open when your arthritis is hitting.
Fucking great would it be if we had the ability to create like a 5-minute video where we featured the villains from the best Reddit stories, but had all the villains like interacting in one thing. That would be amazing. Stop telling women how to manage their fucking bodies. This is like outside of being a parent who has just said that I don't care how you feel and I don't care about anything you have to say because this is what I think and therefore this is what you should do. Stop minimizing pain for any human being on this planet. If someone says they're in pain, take it fucking serious and listen to them and help them. Don't just tell them that you're just being a victim and blah, 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 blah. Like, that is the worst thing you could do for someone to make them feel like shit, which they probably already do feel like shit because they're in pain. Whether it's mental, physical, whatever the case may be, telling someone that their pain means nothing is the worst thing you could do. And you just did it to your fucking child and you're an asshole. Boom. Candy Thunder with the button press. Taking him into ASCON 1. I think being in pain hurts, right? being in pain and being made to feel like you're crazy for feeling pain has got to be a cycle that will drive one to madness. So where exactly are you trying to send your daughter here? What is the goal? I guess that's the question I have for OP and everybody who writes a story is, what is your goal? And did this decision take you closer to that goal or further away? Because I feel like the goal you would say you had is to have, to be a good dad and have a great relationship with your daughter. Well, look at this situation now and ask yourself if that took you closer to that goal or further away. And that tells you everything you need to know, OP. That's it. You don't have to become an OBGYN to empathize. You don't have to. You don't have to know everything to be able to say, like, I can't imagine. That sounds like it sucks. Do what you need to do and not manage it as if you would, were you in that position.
Right.
Because you can't be. You can't jump inside and make decisions because you don't.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know. And no, it's not the same as Taco Bell feeling. It's not. I imagine.
No, it's not. It's not even remotely the same. It's not even that. Like, the physical pain of like a menstrual cycle is incredibly difficult, but it's not even. It's emotional. It's mental. Like, there's so many things that go into it, and there's so many years that it takes to get normal and to help and to understand how to manage that so that you can do that every month. And it's not just 1 week. Like, there's so many things. And this guy, instead of doing research to understand all of these things, was just like, you don't need it. And
rub some dirt on it and walk it off.
Quit being a victim. And the dad knew that he was wrong because you snuck into your daughter's fucking room and took her things and threw them away. So you already knew that you were wrong. You're trying to bring her back down to earth. Dude, no. Ask on one. Get there. Fly there faster.
Cut to, he's joined a Facebook group for parents with kids who are addicted to drugs, and is having his first like virtual meeting or his intro to the group, and he's like, "Hi all, my name's Daryl. My daughter's addicted to my ibuprofen. 3 days a month. She takes ibuprofen just nonstop, man. It is bad."
They're like, you mean the Advil? Like anti-inflammatories?
Yeah, the hard shit.
Ask on one. Get there. Go.
You in here for some weed?
All right, guys. Next story.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Are we
Candy
almost
Thunder.
the like score? Hey,
Almost at the like score. 95%. Almost there. Also at 941 of 25 hundo on the gnomes.
They were ranked number 4.
Ranked number 4. I just yelled that into the microphone. Sorry about that. Do not take Tylenol, please, you say? It's ibuprofen of all things. Geez. Yeah, ibuprofen. I mean... OP, I think you've done yourself some damage here. Some irreparable damage. If there is any kind of damage that is irreparable, this might be the kind. So... just, you know. Liz Romero sent a gifted sub to Zachary Narstad. Heck yes. In the Gosh Heck It fam, Diane Iris, Liz Romero, Denise Burkhardt, Steph V, Just Mags, Kayleen Zara Lawson, Liz Romero again there, A. Robertson, Branla 85, Lucy is Ace, Liesel, Alejandra Norma Lopez, Pirate Pups. We've got Adele McFadden, Liesel again there, Diane Chris, Museum Girl, Lindsay, Diane, Liz Romero, Lucy is Ace, Denise, Kayleen. Thank you all so much. We'll dive to the next story here. We have about 12, 13 minutes to go. Look at that. Hit the like skull. Look at you. Thanks so much to those of you who are on top of that and help encourage others to keep it going too. This does help. It does help a lot. Did I know about the other bearded Dusty on TikTok, Jaybird? I don't believe so. Snorts, your electricity's going off and on? Yeah, so Storm just rolled through there. What was it, last night? Funny Farm, your thumb can now rest. Yes. Thumbs, thank you for your service. Greatly appreciate it. Appreciate it. Alejandra, Erica, Eternal, Denise, Gonzalez, Shiloh, Liz, Castonde, Steph, thanks so much, guys. All right, here we go. Here's the next story. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder, and I have another Reddit story for you. This one is from AITA and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for refusing to let my parents move in with me after they lost their house? Okay, I'm sure context is going to change things, but based on title alone, where do you think it's going to go? Am I the astronaut for refusing to let my parents move in with me after they lost their house? You know, the dad joke in me was just sitting there, just waiting, just trying to crawl out my face. And I was like, no, don't. Houses are kind of big to lose. They don't just walk away. There's a reason I told it to stay back in my face, and then it got out anyway. Tricky bastard. And those dad jokes, slippery little suckers. They do in tornadoes. That's true. That's absolutely true. For us, it was a storage shed. Smaller version of it. Definitely happened. 8 seconds left on the poll here. Am I the astronaut for refusing to let my parents move in with me after they lost their house? It's almost as good as is your refrigerator running. Indeed, they're right there, like the same level. Same stinking level here. 66% going NTA. Let's find out, ladies and gents. By the way, we're at 1051 of 2,500 on the Sneaky Gnome. TLS, Allie, Diane, Liz, Liesel subscribed. Welcome to the Gotch Heckin' fam. Hell yeah. All right, here we go. I, 33 female, have been living in my own home for a few years. I bought it with my own money and have worked hard to make it a comfortable and safe place after growing up in a very unstable environment. My parents, 60s, have always been terrible with money, constantly making poor financial decisions despite my efforts to help them budget. Recently, they lost their house due to foreclosure. They reached out to me asking if they could move in temporarily while they get back on their feet. But 2 additional adults would really stretch the limits of my house, and I value my privacy and independence. More importantly, my parents have a history of being overbearing and disrespecting my boundaries. The last time my parents stayed with me, they criticized everything about my lifestyle, rearranged furniture without asking, and even got into an argument with one of my neighbors. I offered to help them find an affordable rental and even offered to pay the first month of rent. I also found government assistance programs they can apply for. They refused, saying that families should stick together and that it was my duty to help them in their time of need. My siblings are divided. My older brother thinks I'm heartless, while my younger sister understands my concerns. Hold up. The siblings are divided? Why aren't the siblings divided on jumping in? Their opinions divided? Wait, where is their effort? Where is their duty? Both of them live in smaller apartments, so they do not have the option to host my parents. Well, fine. They could each take one of them. My parents have been guilt tripping me, saying they took care of me growing up, and now it's my turn to take care of them. My parents are now telling extended family that I'm abandoning them, and I am getting messages from relatives. It's making me second guess my decision, even though I know my mental state would suffer if they moved in. Am I the astronaut for refusing to let my parents move in with me after they lost their house? Should I be more willing to accommodate them, or am I right to stick to my own well-being and boundaries? I'm feeling very conflicted and could use some outside perspective. You are not the astronaut for protecting yourself. You said it yourself. It was a very unstable upbringing. You already know, based on experience, that this would be a shit show. You know it would be that. Of course they're guilting you into this. Of course all the family members are trying to guilt you into this too, because they don't want to have to take the fucking care of them. You are not getting like an unselfish opinion from anyone. Everyone has their own motives here. Everybody who is telling you that you're an asshole for not doing this is someone who just doesn't want to have to tell them no when they're asking them to stay there. Of course they're trying to guilt you into it. They don't want that shit to roll downhill to them. So here is your unselfish opinion. Protect your mental well-being. Protect yourself from the damage you know they are going to inflict because you've seen it happen before. Protect yourself. Choose you like they never did. And unfortunately, you're going to have to just turn off the switch that listens to family members. Anybody who tells you you're an asshole and selfish for doing this is an asshole with selfish intentions. You're going to have to turn off the switch. You're going to have to turn off some notifications. You're going to have to block some people. You're going to have to mute some people. You're going to have to learn to not let it affect you to continue protecting that safe space. You created this boundary already. Just reinforce it now through whatever means necessary. If people choose to disrespect that boundary, they choose to not be a part of your life. Protect your peace. How long did it take and how hard did you fight to get it? Protect it. She'll never get him out, Irma. Never. Never. Let one of the siblings get a bigger place. There you go. Of course, their opinions are divided. Like, oh, we just happened to live in a small apartment, which we did on purpose so this would never happen to us. But we don't really know what you should do. Fucking convenient, isn't it? Oh, your place is too small. Both of you. So you're both smarter than I am. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got it. They could sleep on bro's couch. I wasn't kidding about splitting them up. I mean, if they need places to stay. Peace of mind is priceless, Shinryoda. Especially when it took all the effort that I know it took to go from an unstable upbringing to a stable adulthood. Of course, that past life is calling back to you. Of course, it's trying to claw you back right where you came from. You've offered them assistance. They were too proud to accept it. That's a them problem. Sounded like the brother was the golden child. I don't even think it's necessarily how the parents treated OP. I think it's indirectly, yes, but it's how they treated like OP's environment and OP's peace as an adult. Whenever they came to stay before, there was a lot of directed disrespect too by criticizing everything and moving. But it's like the moving shit around with that ask and getting into arguments with neighbors. It's that kind of. It's the not doing something to their face, but still doing something that disrespects their existence. Phoenix, I'm with the idea that the siblings chip in to get them an apartment. Yeah, I mean, and OP, if you're still willing to, and that makes you feel good, that brings you joy, cool. Jump in on it too. But you don't owe anybody anything here. Being a parent does not give them, being a parent, whether good or bad, being a parent, period, does not give you the ability to invoice your children later in life for services rendered. Your children don't own you your children don't owe you for getting them out into the adult world. And if it did, I mean, we'd owe our parents a hell of a lot of money, right? So, Alaskan dog mom, yeah. You know, being a parent is a lot of hard work. We probably should start invoicing our children. Then we're incentivized to have as many kids as possible, right? Because we can invoice them all for like the same amount. It's not like one flat fee that you split up amongst the kids. Bay Fox, damn. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope this helps. I hope it helps. 14 hundo out of 25 hundo, and I think I'm going to go ahead and play some music here, unless you guys want me to do one more. Talking to you. Not for the next one. What's up, Angel? Checking with my producers right now. Okay. Do half. All right, we're gonna go ahead and make good on half this goal. We're gonna bring somebody up to chat with you for just a moment here. Caden. We're gonna bring Caden Thunder up. Music or no music? No music, he says. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here he comes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. How's everyone doing? It's me. I got a Post Malone shirt on today. I like it. How are you guys doing? Tell me about it. Tell me about your lives. Is this an Olive Garden? I like Olive Garden. They have good bread. Very good bread. What hot debate is on the brain today? You know, I do like country Posty. I've liked all the country music songs that he's dropped. I'm not the biggest country fan in the world, but they've all been pretty good so far. So I'm enjoying it. Yeah, fantastic. Tony really likes them too. They've all been pretty good so far. I'm excited for the album. Love Island is stressful, man. Y'all, if you're not watching it, you should watch it because it's just drama. Every episode, drama. My goodness. Is anybody watching Love Island? Eminem's new album, I'm definitely going to be listening to it when it releases. Absolutely. Still watching The Boys, House of the Dragon, of course. But anybody who's watching Love Island, I know at least a couple people in here have to be. Who is your person right now? Who's your favorite person and who's your least favorite person? Because I got to hear about that. But yeah, Grey's Anatomy is too much for me. I can't watch it. I am Dusty's son. I'm Dusty's oldest son. I'm 21 years old. My name's Caden Thunder. Hi. How are you? I have no shame watching Love Island. It's ridiculous, but it's so I can't stop watching it.
You know who else started watching that?
Ava. I know. I heard about that. It's good. You'd probably get sucked into it too if you started it.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what I said. I sat down. First episode, my girlfriend was making me watch it, and I was like, this is stupid. It's just drama. And then like by episode 20, I'm like, how could they say that? Blah 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 blah. Why? Least favorite is Liv. I don't mind Liv. She's not my favorite. She's not my least favorite. My favorite's Rob, but I know I get burned for that, but I think Rob's my dude.
Brady says no spoilers.
No, yeah, I know. That's why I'm not talking about anything specific. But yeah, it's messy. Kaylor cries too much. Kaylor does cry a lot. That's true. You guys, yeah. There's a new episode of The Boys coming out tonight too, so I'm gonna watch that. Deadpool 3 comes out this month. I'm gonna watch that. I like Deadpool. I like my nose ring. Thank you for noticing it. I've had people who've known me for like 5+ years and they don't know that I have a nose piercing. For those of you who don't know, I do have a nose piercing and I have both my ears pierced. But so many people don't realize that I have a nose piercing and they've known me for forever and they're just like, oh, you have a nose piercing? When'd you get that? I'm like 5 years ago. So, also have a dragon tattoo and a horseshoe tattoo and a butterfly and the elemental symbols. And I got the Posty shirt at Journeys. I went and bought it. I saw it there and I was like, I'll buy that. So I bought it. Thunderbeard as well. Yes, I do have a beard. I can't go without the beard now that I've had it for so long. I will never shave it. Oh, yeah. I'm very sore and tired right now, but glad you guys are doing good. I'm planning on getting like a Targaryen symbol tattoo. I want to get it on either like my shoulder or my chest. I haven't decided which, but I want to do like a Targaryen tattoo as well. And then I also have like a Weeping Angel tattoo from Doctor Who that I'm gonna get on my thigh. And I have like a samurai tattoo that I want to go with the dragon to match. It's gonna go up here. I have a lot of tattoo plans, but tattoos are very expensive. I did watch Bridgerton, yeah. Not by choice, but I got sucked into that too. It always happens. So yeah, tattoos are super cool, but I need more of them. They're just expensive, but I'll get more eventually. They're very expensive. My favorite Doctor is probably Matt Smith, just because that was the first Doctor I watched. I also love Peter Capaldi and David Tennant, and Ncuti Gatwa did pretty good too, and Jodie is pretty good too, but I didn't like the writing for her seasons, but she was a good Doctor. Game of Thrones, I watched Game of Thrones. I was saying I wanted to get a Targaryen tattoo somewhere, like the Targaryen dragon's emblem. That would be super cool. Super cool. Supernatural, yeah, the devil's trap. I thought about getting that on my chest too, but then I was like, if I take my shirt off and I'm in like a public pool and people see like a pentagram on my chest, even if it's like to prevent possession, I know some people are gonna think that I'm like a devil worshiper or something, and they're gonna take it the wrong way. And if you are, that's good for you. But I don't care. You can do you. But I mean, I didn't want the hassle of dealing and explaining that tattoo all the time. So I know the supernatural people would understand, but I thought about maybe getting the Mark of Cain instead, because that would be pretty cool. Boy, am I talking a lot today. You guys caught me on a day, I guess. My Hogwarts house is Slytherin.
He's been going.
Yeah, I'm a Slytherin. Yeah, Devil's Trap tattoo would be super cool, but yeah, boy, I am on a roll. Chatty Cathy, I know, right? I need a Diet Coke and a piece of chicken.
Diet Coke, piece of chicken.
Have a good day, guys. I appreciate you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Thunder on a super chatty day. We're gonna have to clip that out, play it back at half speed, and then break it all down. Man, rocked it out, absolutely. And that will wrap us up for today. Until VIP here in just a few minutes. Thank you all for hanging out with us today. It's always a hell of a lot of fun. Always. Next stream will be on Sunday, not June 14th. What is the date next Sunday? July 14th at 9 p.m. on TikTok and YouTube both. The normal TikTok stream will also be next Wednesday, July 17th. Be sure to make sure that you're surely sure you're going to join us on July 17th. Words are hard. Be sure to subscribe on the YouTube channel and make sure that you are locked in there to get all the content, not just the cherry-picked videos that we put on TikTok, including 1 or 2 weekly compilations over there. You can find the latest Dusty Thunder podcast episodes, this one with Ellen and Sergeant Mac, hey yo. You'll find Thunder and Spark, Piano Man, and a bunch of exclusive content on that side. VIP Live will be in about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll spin the Wheel of Thunder during that live. So, VIPs. See you here shortly. Mackenzie Jade, Diane, Pirate Pups, Jamie, with Hartme and the Sneaky Gnome there, Brandy, Lynette, Laura, Ann Harrickson, Amanda Durham, Patty Squirrel, Ann Harrickson. Patty Squirrel threw me for one. I don't know why. Iridi7, Shannon Aaron, Liz Romero, Crystal Easter, Shani, Love X, Mackenzie Jade, Jules, Opal, Molly M, Jill, Shannon Aaron, Liz Romero, TLS. Thank you all so much.
We ended up being ranked number 3 today.
Ranked number 3. Look at that.
And I heard what can help us climb the rankings is if you follow at @TonySpark_ and go watch my videos. Yep. I just got off the phone with TikTok, and that's what they told me.
We were talking about...
Also, we're really close to 900,000 followers, so everybody should share with their friends.
We were talking about selfish advice just a minute ago.
And follow at @TonySpark_.
All right, we'll see you here shortly. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Always a pleasure.